All right, thank you. It's Daybreak, Tuesday's edition, reaching you live from Edo Broadcasting Service in Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria. We are on the next segment. We're looking at the education sector. Yesterday, ASU extended the strike, the ongoing strike, with another 3 months again. And is this healthy for our country? This is what we'll be looking at. We have some persons, we have a parent, and we have a student with us. We'll be looking at it, the extension, their feelings, the way out from this problem they're having with the Academic Staff Union of universities. We have a student from the Ekpoma University, Ekpoma State University, Ambrose Ali University. Yes. We have Akibi Safety. Akibi Safety, you're welcome this morning.
Thank you for having me on your show.
Okay, welcome. And we have Dr. Exie. She's an optometrist, yes, and she's a mother also. She's going to tell us her thoughts on this extension of the ASU strike. Let me start with Akibi Safety. What were you feeling yesterday when you heard that the strike was extended with another 3 months?
Well, I would say I was shocked at first. I couldn't have words to express my concern, because to me it's like a distraction of plans, like wills and hope be held back for every Nigerian student. Because at the end of the strike, the people that are clamoring for this strike are being paid. But we students, we are not being paid. We are the one going through the pains, despite we are the one paying the fees. For example, some of us, we stay at hostels, we pay the money for it. Like, I'm doing a 4 years course, and it's been extended for another, let me say, close to like 2 years now. You are being held back, faced by coronavirus, then by the strike. Just imagine the financial implication of that issue. And to this extent now that we know the economic, we know what it means at this moment, what it means for every parent and every Nigerian student when it comes to this money value. Not just that, a lot of us have plans. A lot of us have plans like 4 years later, I'm supposed to be doing this, I'm supposed to be doing this. But at the end of the thing, everything is being distracted. Everything is being shattered. That's the truth of it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So sad.
The extension came to you as a very rude shock.
Yeah, it's so rude, so uncalled for.
It's so uncalled for.
It's uncalled for.
Yes.
All right. So, if I may ask, I will bring that to you later. Let me ask from the parent perspective. What were your thoughts when you heard about the extension of the strike? Are they being fair? Is that being fair? Who's to blame? Is it the federal government also? Just share your thoughts with us, the extension of the strike.
Well, this extension it didn't come as a good news to parents at all, because parents already know their plans they have for their children, and they know what they expect, the plans that they already have, the hopes that they have that at a particular year the child will graduate, just like what she said. And now this extension has changed that. It has destabilized the parents and the students. More more funds to be spent at an extended period of time, changing their plans. Now this is very, very wrong. It's like the government and also they are using us, taking the parents and students for a ride. They're not just considering the plans, the hopes and aspirations of these students, and this is very wrong. Government especially, I blame the government more. I blame ASU, I blame the government more for this, because we see them coming in public, declaring their intentions and their interest to go into political offices, into presidency and to become senators and all. But presidents spending 100 million. A party has 100 million, another party has all their presidential tickets and all.
Why you say party or individual?
Individual. I mean, the different parties have different amounts that they pay for their different positions. That's what I mean. For just one individual, so they can afford to pay this. Yeah, they cannot afford to pay ASU what ASU is demanding for. And from what I've read of ASU's demand, it's not their personal individual lecturers' demand. It's for the betterment of the school.
Yes.
For the educational system in Nigeria. Yes. Don't they consider that? We see headsmen everywhere.
Question.
We see touts everywhere because of no poor education. Because there is poor education, that's why we have killer headsmen around. That's why we have bandits. That's why men can go into IBOP. That's why men can go into this. If they are educated, they will have better ways of clamoring for their demands. So the government should consider education. If the government considers education, fund education the way it should be funded. Of course, we will not be having strikes like this. And our children will have hope because of poor education. That's why children, imagine, children are saying, students, they are saying school now scam. Is that fair? Because of the way the government is handling education in Nigeria. That is very, very bad. If the government takes education serious, it will, ASU too, ASU, they are presenting their demands to the government should take it serious. Fund this. If they fund it and it's not working, then they should find another way. There are different ways to solve this problem. So many ways. They have been dialoguing, they have been coming together, having different meetings, closed door meetings and open meetings.
MOU, MOR,
different ways. But are they not coming to a conclusion? Students are at home, parents are spending, as the students are at home. The parents expect that the children will be in school. Of course, at the period of time you'll be spending on the child in school, but not education is on standstill and you're spending on the child. Now the children are at home. Some children now, some students, they have other plans. Instead of seeking their educational career, seeking their career through education, they are now having other plans. Some are now learning different trades now.
Some have gone into cybercrime.
Cybercrime. I'm even talking about the legal ones. Cybercrime is everywhere now. Students are at home not doing anything. You can't leave a youthful, active mind idle. No,
at all.
He must engage himself somewhere, either in something good or something wrong. So now these students, they are engaging themselves in different things. Girls, you are now seeing hookups everywhere. The girls are now engaging more in these things because they are free. No academic. Why would they get money? Maybe some come from poor homes and they need to help themselves. Girls are now going more into prostitution. Those who don't want, some are learning a trade, because I know many girls now, but some now, they say they are not sure how long the extension will be. So they don't even want, some have gone into learning of trades, some have gone into different things. Some are not sure how long the extension will be, so they don't even want to invest in something, invest their time in something when they don't know how long it will be. Now, we are expecting that it should end. They've extended it again.
They've extended it
again.
That is very, very
you
bad.
Again, the student. We know that they've extended it. What is your advice for those people like you now? We know some people out there, the students are out there, they are not doing anything. So what is your advice? What they should do at this time?
Okay, before we go to the advice,
question.
personal advice, what do you want from the federal government and ASU? What do you want them to do, the ASU and federal government?
Where I think I'm going to speak the mind of every Nigerian student here. I want them to stop playing the blame game, because they are using us to play games. We are just like in the middle of a chess play. We are in the middle. We don't know where our stand is. Meanwhile, we are supposed to be the priority of both the government and the ASU. So we want them to consider us as their own children, because I believe no parent is happy that his or her children is being home, be kept from some freaking reasons which does not hold can't. So we want them to come to their own demise. They should, if they like, they go on dialogue or whatever. We haven't seen any response, no positive response. What we want right now, we want a definite answer. Because right now the strike is
now.
Yes,
Be
now.
Yes.
The strike is being extended.
Should be now.
At the end of the strike, it's not going to be cut off if they don't meet their demand. That means we might go on 2 year strike, 3 year strike.
Wow.
We don't know at the point. There's uncertainty. We are not certain, and it's very bad for a Nigerian student to be living a life of uncertainty right at this period. So we want them to give us a certain answer. Let it come and tell us, oh, okay, by June you guys are going to school. We are paying them this and this. These are our rights. It's not privileges. These are our rights. We are paying the fees. Since it's our rights, let us exercise our free rights. Let our rights be given to us. Right to education. Every Nigerian child has the right to education. Wow. That's the truth. And let it be done.
And staying at home now should not make them to start doing something negative.
Okay, let's come to the advice.
Yes.
What other students now? You're already in the position.
Yes.
You are not in school right now. So what you are here. And you are learning some skills. So what is your advice to other students that they are somewhere right now?
Education without skills to me is nothing. So at this moment, you should try get a skill or get into business. I think that would be more profitable for Nigeria students.
Okay.
Because even if you get a skill, once the school resume, you can still use it to earn your own money for your own interest. So right now you should get a skill, get a business going, something to engage in, so you won't be free-minded. Because when you're free-minded, that's when you have different kind of thoughts circulating in your mind, having some kind of negative thoughts. But when you are engaged in something, definitely the only thing that comes to your mind at that period are be positive.
All right.
Thank you.
As a parent, what is your advice to them?
Well, as a parent, I'm encouraging the government, please meet the demands of ASU and let our students and our children go back to school. You are parents yourselves, so please fund the government universities and the schools of learning and let the students go back to school. Now, students who are at home, please engage yourselves in a skill. Don't engage in any vice or anything. Engage in something profitable, something that you'll be able to use. Even after graduating, the skill will be in you, the knowledge will be in you. You'll be able to use it to empower yourself.
All right, thank you so much. We're just expressing our feelings concerning the extension of ASU strike, and we just hope, as for what Safety said, just acquire skill and don't go into anything that's illegitimate. Just look for something that is legit and that can give you, and above all, try to calm down. Students should calm down also. There's always a way out.
Yes,
all right,
relax.
thank you, Akibi Safety, for your thoughts this morning. We just hope ASU and the government will come back to the round
She is
table
hearing you.
and they will solve everything. And all
Yeah,
right,
listening to
our
you.
doctor, hi doctor, thank you so much for your thoughts. We really appreciate you. That's the show this morning on Daybreak. From me, Josephine Ahimie,
And for me, Peggy, goodbye for now. God bless you.
and do have a great day.